don't know how many days it's been, but I've been on the carnivore diet a little over 6 months. Started in January. It's now July something or other, July 10th. I don't report back to this channel very often. I'm just not the kind of person that does social media a whole bunch. But I do want to check in and say how it's been going with this carnivore diet. There's been a couple of times that I ended up on a sugar binge and didn't get off for maybe a week or two. I was down in Texas in May with my dad. My sister lives with him normally, takes care of him, but she was on a vacation trip to Africa for 10 days. And, well, he can't be alone. He has the beginnings of dementia. And he didn't want to be there alone. He just didn't like it, even though I had other siblings in town who were coming by every day to look after him. But he didn't want to be there by himself, so I went down to Texas to stay with him for the 10 days. Between making meals for him and making runs to his favorite fast food joints, I let myself get kicked off the carnivore wagon, and I didn't really get myself straight until about 3 weeks ago, and that's been like over a month that I was just not eating well. I was eating standard American healthy, few vegetables here and there, but I was all off into the ice cream, cookies, anything else I get my hands on that I was not supposed to be consuming. So yeah, I gained about right at 10 pounds, and in the last 3 weeks I've dropped that 10 pounds again just from being back on carnivore. I never did stop working out, going to the gym. I did that pretty consistently. My son is home for the summer, so he's been working out with me 2 days a week because he works the rest of the week. So things are going well on that front. How are y'all doing? Yeah. I've been doing, well, I started walking from the very beginning for about an hour, and I'm still doing an hour-long walk. Sometimes they're very fast, sometimes they're not very fast at all. I go to the gym and do strength training about 3 to 4 times a week. I don't know, people say that they notice me being looking a little slimmer. I don't see it. I still see a big fat man. I do see a little bit of muscle development in the chest and shoulder area. I know my legs are slimmer. Every time I do any kind of exercise regimen or get on whatever diet I'm doing, trying to get healthy, my legs are always the first to slim down. So my calves, pretty skinny, no fat around my calves or ankles. I still have a little bit of fat around my upper thighs leading into my big fat butt. So, and this midsection, I think that's just gonna be with me for a little while. I feel better. I had a doctor's appointment this morning. They did draw blood. They're gonna check I think he's mainly interested in checking my A1C because this is a new doctor. I left my old primary care physician because they were dropping the ball left and right. I couldn't get my medications, I couldn't get referrals, I couldn't get anything done with them. So I was with a new PCM this morning. I think he mainly wants to get a look at my A1C and probably my cholesterol, because thing he noticed right off the bat was that I had been diagnosed with diabetes, but I'm not on any kind of diabetic medication to maintain it. I told him I'd do it through diet and intermittent fasting, and he said okay, but I saw his little eyebrow go up. But I think he gave me the benefit of the doubt too. I had been out of one of my blood pressure medications for about 3 weeks because, like I said, my previous primary caregiver couldn't get the prescription in correctly to the pharmacy. And it was a blood pressure medication. And he checked my blood pressure this morning, and it was only slightly elevated. I think it was 122/84. And he was impressed by that. Of course, I told him about all the exercising and dieting that I was doing. Of course, I didn't tell him I'm on a carnivore diet or an all-meat diet. I just told him that I've limited my carbohydrate intake to try and or to manage my blood sugar and try and lose some weight. And he didn't say anything about that. But he seems like he'll be a good guy to work with. Usually when I get on the scale at the doctor's, they usually tell me I'm about 251 pounds. Today I was 245 pounds fully dressed, but I know for a fact at home, undressed, I weigh about 239. Things are moving slow on the carnivore diet, so I don't think anybody can call it a fad or lose weight quick diet. At least it's not working that way for me. I do think I can get down below 200 pounds by the end of the year. Gives me just under 6 months to do so, and I think I can do it. I just need to become more disciplined about what I eat, because that sugar binge urge still comes at me almost on a daily basis. Somebody told me about brown butter bites. It's clarified butter, basically, and it tastes kind of caramelly. It's not so caramelly that it tastes sweet or anything like that, but it's a good high fat snack that I can throw in my mouth when I start having those urges. And quite frankly, it helps quite a bit, especially if it's at nighttime and I feel like putting something in my mouth. I just go get a brown butter bite, and that adds to my fat intake for the day. And seems to help my the brown butter bites seem to help the sugar cravings, and I think they contribute a lot to keeping me in ketosis, because I don't do a good job of it by myself. In fact, I was really telling the doctor kind of the truth, because I have been consuming small amounts of carbohydrates in the form of onions, cherry tomatoes, iceberg lettuce. They're not very high in carbohydrates. I guess technically I've been kind of ketovore. I don't know. But at least it's something. I haven't given up. I do plan on kicking it up a notch before too long to try to get things moving again. So that's my update. It is July 10th, 2024. I've been on the carnivore diet-ish since January. I'm down 20 pounds, so it's not going horribly, and I think I can get rid of the extra 40 pounds before the year's end. And if I can make 200 pounds by year's end, I will be 60 pounds closer to my goal weight.